You live. Switch it around. Hang on, everybody. Let me get my Instagram up real quick. Might set that right there. That way, that's cool. I can see myself. Okay, let me hit the live on Instagram. Okay. Connections are good. We got everybody. Okay, cool. All right. We back at it again. I did it again. It's another episode of Real Talk Live. This is something that I've been doing for like the last, I say, couple of months now. I've missed the last couple of real talk lives because I just, my body shut down and I had to go to sleep and things like this. But this is really unique. This is something that I get a chance to do to where like I get to talk on things that's literally outside of lawn care, where everybody knows what I do for a living and it's my passion, lawn care and landscaping. Everybody knows this. So it's no secret right now that I take real pride in my work. I have worked really hard to develop my skills to pay the bills, as I like to say. And with me doing this on Sunday, this gives me an opportunity to kind of, touch bases on really what's going on around the country. Sometimes I even talk about what's going on around the world and just throwing things out there so y'all can be aware of it, okay? And it's I just really feel I could have did better to make sure that I maintain this, because the last couple of weeks I just wasn't really feeling it body wise, to just because I was tired, I was sleeping from all of the work that I do during the week. But this is going to be a great episode because some things that happened, some research that I have done. I have talked to a lot of advisors, a lot of people that, kind of shared their concerns about what's getting ready to come down the pipeline right now, just with the new tax bill that just got passed in the House of Representatives. And I'm going to touch bases on that a lot during the show, okay, tonight, during the Real Talk Live. So for those who don't know who I am, I'm John Crawley. I'm one man, one more landscape, and I am that guy. I'm self-made out of Nashville, Tennessee is my city, and I'm definitely putting on for us down here for real. And like I said, this is another, hit the introduction, this is another, and I've already did an introduction, excuse me, because I got bad to see the screen. I'm going to put y'all right here, Instagram. And Shine the 15, appreciate y'all always tapping in, brother. I see DS is down here in the building. What's it, Dalton's Lawn Care, appreciate you for tapping in. Let me see here. It said Laya, single, rare. Forgive me if I butchered your name. I mean, my bad. Rare underscore breeze 765. You still in here? Tall and Tawny girl join. If you still in here, DS, my family. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Let me go to my YouTube run and see who in the building. In God's hands and tree service, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. I know I've seen you in here several times. Appreciate that, man. So let me get back to my banners that where I could get that y'all know what's going on. I've already did my introductory and everything. So let me see here. Let me get my stuff together. Hold on, let me find it. Forgive me because I like to always improvise, adapt, and overcome. So let me see, put my name back up. Okay, cool beans. That way y'all know who I am. And I go by Crawley. That's my last name. That's what everybody calls me that knows me. So we just make it easy. Everybody just call me Crawley, man, because I respond better. Hang on, let me take a sip of this coffee before I really just get it going in the topics and everything. So hang on. Oh. That coffee hit even more deeper at nighttime. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, after a good meal in this stomach, to top it off with a good cup of coffee, that's just how I get down. Faith cuts in the building. I appreciate you tapping in, fam. For real, it's gonna be a good episode of Real Talk tonight when I get ready to go over these issues. Hang on. Okay, cool. Then we back at it again. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the spotlight of the week that you see scrolling across. And anybody that's on YouTube, like you can see my banners going across the bottom about the topics and everything that I'm touching bases on. But the spotlight of the week, I want to give it to my new followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially it's really been happening like the last month. Just due to my quality of work that I have, my charisma that I have when I do my clips, And if anybody don't know me by now, I never edit my videos. It's like a one shot edit. Whatever comes out is supposed to come out. And I just thank everybody that reshare my information. I never asked them to. I just thank everybody for literally assisting me breaking out of a situation that I placed myself in when it's regarding social media. And I think TikTok right now, TikTok almost had me at 10,000 if the last time I looked at it. My Instagram, I know I'm over 20,000, maybe 20.4, 20.5. And like literally a month ago, I was just at 11 or 10,000 something. I'm like 10.5 now. Just want to thank everybody for liking my quality of work. Thank you for the comments and everything, the good and bad. Really appreciate that. For real, from the bottom of my heart, because especially the individuals that I talk to, the individuals that tell me that I'm giving them motivation just to keep going. Like motivation just to get up in the morning and just at least give it a shot at life. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate everybody for tapping in with me on that. And it's just a special thanks to the social media family, for real. And just, supporting me like how they do and actually helping me get out of this situation that I've been in. So thank y'all again for all of the support, and just know I'm never gonna stop. Like I plan on doing what I'm doing for life, and I plan on continue to build new relationships, better relationships with individuals across the country that's pouring into me, giving me free game. I don't have to pay for anything. They just see something in me. And I'm like, man, this is too cool right here, man. How I'm like kind of unlocking like the information that a lot of people have within, and they don't mind sharing it with me, man. It means the world to me, for real. I can't even make it up. So appreciate that again, bottom of my heart, and just know it's more to come. It's more exquisite work that I'm gonna put out, just to show everybody that I'm barbecuing and I'm not meal doing. So we're gonna knock that card out the way, okay? Then we finna transition to, let me see here, missing one. Okay, now I'm finna transition into the Equip Expo. Okay, now I put my booth number up now on Instagram. Let me type it in. Let me see here. Let me type it in at the bottom. Hold on. Facebook and YouTube, y'all give me a second. Let me type this in. Equip Expo booth. Hang on, I'm trying to type it in that way y'all know what I'm talking. Equip Expo booth number 4200002. Okay, send. Let me pin it at the top. Let me pin that comment at the top. Did it pin? Pin. Okay, cool. Now I got that together. Now I'm gonna go over this is the rough draft on what I'm gonna be doing when I actually get at the Equip Expo. You know what I'm saying? And what I set up, like I have my own exhibit. My team will be up there assisting me, so y'all will be able to meet Mom Dukes. Y'all will be able to meet my older sister Gina. She'll be there assisting, and hopefully my other sister will be there so y'all can meet her as well. But at the booth, yeah, I'm saying beginning on Wednesday, the opening day. Okay, I'm gonna have a special guest that's gonna get the party started, who's gonna hype up the crowd, and let everybody know what's to come. And it's Cornell Mack, better known as Mac. Of course, he's big on YouTube. I'm congratulating him on reaching a million views on YouTube. That brother has poured a lot into me. He is man, he's just tremendous, man. It's somebody I can call on if I have any problems or anything. He's actually helped me kind of restructure my business to where I'm less stressful. And I thank the world for him. And that's the gentleman I went all the way up to Monroeville, Pennsylvania, to actually go to his trailer tour setup that he does every year. So he's going to be speaking at my booth like at 10 o'clock. Opening day, he's going to open it up. Winning in life, that's his topic. And he's going to be there speaking that Wednesday at 10 o'clock, okay? After that, I'm going to be, doing interviews with, different individuals that's coming through the booth. We're going to find out where they're from, what business they have. I mean, what's their specialties? What do they offer in the states that they're operating in? So it's going to be a lot of different interviews that's going to come through during that time between maybe 10:35 to maybe 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Okay. And then from 1 o'clock until 1:15, that's when I have a meetup happening at my booth, to where we actually get to go to the amusement park, is what I call it. Okay, we're going to actually go outside and we're going to ride the rides. That's when at the Equip Expo, if y'all don't know, the outside is where all the equipment is, to where the different brands are there, and they let you actually get a chance to experience what equipment they have coming out. They give you a chance to actually get on the equipment and test it out. If you never rode a skid steer, they're out there. If you never rode stand on, they're going to be out there for you to test it out. If you never rode zero turn, they're going to have it out there for you to test it out, to see possibly what equipment that you might can acquire within your business to help you succeed and be better at it the following season. And they're gonna let you ride it, test it out. So, like I said, at 1 o'clock to 1:15, there's gonna be a meetup at my booth, and we're gonna go outside to the amusement park and we go ride the rides. Okay. And then after that, we're gonna do that until it's over with. We're gonna be outside having a ball, a good time. But just know there are gonna be representatives at my booth. My team will be there to basically run my booth. To y'all can tap in with the merchandise, the different literature that will be at my booth that will actually help you increase your business when you go home. Okay, the things that I have in my booth, I'm telling you, it's gonna be life changing. That you can take this information, go home with it, apply it within your business, and you're going to be successful if you work the plan like what's on the literature that's gonna be in my booth. Okay. Wednesday night, okay, I'm gonna be at my brother Max event. The Winning Life event is gonna be at Vernon's Lanes. Okay, this is gonna come out, so y'all don't have to worry about writing down the dates. My itinerary is gonna come out, and that's gonna be between 6 and 9 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, my brother Mac and another guy that he does a podcast with, named Said, he's gonna be there, and they're gonna do their podcast live between 9 and 10 o'clock. Okay, it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be live, so I'm gonna be down there supporting my brother Wednesday night between 6. I might be there to 11, 12, who knows, but I'm gonna be down there supporting him. And then Thursday, that's the big day right there. Thursday's the big day. Let me take a swig of this coffee, and I'm gonna give y'all the rundown of what's gonna happen Thursday. Hang on, let me sip it again. And just know, anybody that want to support, my mugs, things like that are coming out soon. So if you want to support, y'all go see all of that coming up in due time. But hang on, one more swig. And then we're going to go into the Thursdays, what I'm going to have going on at booth 42002 at the expo this year. Coming up at 9 o'clock, okay? This is where you want to learn. My brother, King Booz, better known as Be the Lawn Barber, will be at my booth. He's going to do a special speech regarding aerating and overseeding, okay? How you can have no grass and turn it into that oh so good grass, okay? He's gonna have it laid out. He's gonna have some material for you so you can take home. You become a specialist at it. You can apply this to whatever you know, increase, diversify your business so you will be able to grow and know how to aerate and seed. That's gonna be there at my booth, okay? I'm telling you, it's going to be a movie. This is something that you don't want to miss, okay? Then next, I'm going to have my brother, another brother from Nashville. This is my brother from another mother. His name is Daryl Holmes, okay? He's been with me in the chamber for a long time, man. Helped support me through my ups and downs in life. I supported him through his ups and downs, and we have both just elevated together in this lawn care and landscaping. And he's going to be there talking about buying equipment and maximizing your profits. He's going to share real life experiences on what he has done in the business of lawn care and landscaping, to where he was able to acquire some equipment to help him maximize his business. Okay. Again, he's going to share with you all his methodology that he used to maximize his business by acquiring pieces of equipment that he needed. Not because he wanted it, because he actually needed to help him grow in business. He's going to be there speaking between 9:30 and 10. Again, Be the Lawn Barber will have the 9 o'clock hour. He's going to start it off fire and hot. I got my brother Daryl coming through 9:30 to 10 to talk to you about maximizing your equipment. Okay. Next, I have another special person that's gonna come through. My big sister Gina Crawley, representing the law office of GRC, will be there at 10:15. Okay, she's also gonna be there and she's gonna talk to you all about contracts, trademarks. Okay, again, she's going to talk to you guys about the importance of contracts and the importance of trademark and what you have built. That way nobody can steal your information, they can't steal your thoughts. Okay, this is going to be really important. If you're a business owner, this is some key information that you're going to need to have to make sure you can maximize your business. You can also eliminate clients from taking advantage of you. You can eliminate different entities that you want to get involved with, such as brands, things like that. They have contracts in place to make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of. That's the importance of making sure you have an individual in place that is specialized in reviewing contracts. Also specializes in making sure that you trademark your information, your content, everything that you have. Make sure you have a trademark in place to protect you, because you are the one that worked hard to build that up. This is key information that you will need to have to better your business. It will be at booth 42002 at Equip Expo. Okay. Then after that, your man's John Crawley, One Man, One More Landscape. And at the hour of 11 o'clock to 11:30, I'm going to have a special speech regarding social media. Okay. And the title of it is How You Can Be Yourself on Social Media, because everybody else in the world is taken. You have to be yourself. Everybody's already taken in the world. I'm going to explain to you key details on how I grew in social media, being myself. Okay, I'm going to have some literature, things that you're going to be able to take with you. And if you apply it, I'm telling you, you will be successful out here. The Equip Expo QT_Cheeks is in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, it's October the 22nd through 23rd through the 24th. Okay, then after I do a couple more interviews on that time frame, I'm gonna do a couple more interviews. Then we're gonna meet up for the safari. Okay, that's what I'm naming it. That's gonna be the safari, where we're gonna meet up and we're gonna go around the expo and we're gonna view the inside as a family together. Okay, we're gonna get to go to all the booths, as many as we can get to. That way we can have a good time talking to the representatives at the booth, looking at the latest and greatest, testing out different equipments, and just finding out what items will be that you will need to be successful with your business. Because if you have that many like-minded people that's going through the expo together, I'm telling you, number one, we're gonna have fun. Okay, we're gonna have fun. Number two is you will not be alone walking in there. You know what I'm saying? You got all of those minds being together. Hang on, QT_Cheeks, hang on. I'm gonna put my code up coming up here soon to where you're gonna be able to get your tickets half off, because the expo did provide me a code. So if you hang tough, I'm gonna post it. The Equip Expo, they do have a website. You can get on there and get your tickets, okay? And I advise you to get your tickets before, if you want to do it on your own, make sure you get your tickets before May the 31st, before the end of this month, because the tickets are only $25. And that's for a 3-day pass there. You can get in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just make sure that you have all the requirements in place. Put your business down, all of that good stuff. That way you get your tickets so you can come be a part of this journey that I have created for individuals to come vibe out with me, my team, the people who rock with me across the country. A lot of people are going to be there. Okay. You don't want to miss this. Okay. And then after that, listen to me. This is the mother of all mothers, to where I've been building up for. You have the One Man, One More Landscaping's first annual L&L Ball. The L&L stands for Lawn Care and Landscaping Ball. This is a formal event. Okay, so that means you gotta have it on. Okay, I'm finna have a blazer on with a nice shirt underneath, probably one man, one more in the lining, matching socks, matching belt to match the whatever type of shoes that I want to acquire to make sure I look good in there. Okay, this is a formal event. So if you want to stand out, come in there with some regular clothes on. I promise you, if you want to stand out, you will be successful. There will be a red carpet walking into this event. So you better be mindful when you walking down that red carpet, because normally you have that in place. You might want to have it on. And I mean have it on, look good. Your Sunday's best. Your Easter Sunday's best. Have it on when you're walking in there, because I look at it like it's we're all a business owners. Everybody that's gonna walk through that door is a business owner. They all have their own motion within their own state. Emotion is they successful business owners, or they trying to be successful. That's called your own motion. For the individual who don't know, you know now. Okay? There's gonna be a lot of people in there, a lot of 100,000 there, 200,000, 200,000 there's, 500,000 there's is gonna be at one location. And it's gonna be located at the Biscuit Lounge downtown Louisville. Okay, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be decked out. It's gonna be really nice. And it's free parking. Okay, they have a nice parking lot to where it's free parking. Okay, you're gonna have nothing to worry about. You're gonna come down, you're gonna have a good time, and that event starts at 8 o'clock until 12. Okay, come vibe out with me, look good, because we gonna have a good time, and it's gonna be some special things happening in there that night. Okay, I'm just giving y'all a rundown of the itinerary. Then we go right back to the expo on Friday, okay? To where Friday, 10 a.m. until whenever, I'm gonna do a nice closing remarks. Thank everybody for coming through, supporting. Listen, you want to be in the building. If you in any service industry, look at the itinerary to see they're going to have CRM systems in there. They're going to have all your favorite brands, Skag, Exmark, John Deere. All of them is going to be in there with the latest and greatest. So you can actually see what's going to be coming out. You can go outside when we go to the amusement park, is what I'm going to call it, and we can ride the rides, okay? And like I said, my itinerary will be coming out here within the next week or so to let y'all know where I'm gonna be at, what we gonna be doing, and that way you can make plans if you want to come vibe out with me and the people that's gonna be with me, so to make sure that you have a good time while you in Louisville. You're going to have a good time while you in Louisville if you with me. I'm gonna make sure that we're not gonna have no nonsense. We're gonna weed that out. We're not gonna have no negative energy around me because I don't deal with it. We're gonna weed it out. It's nothing but positive vibes is gonna be with me the whole time I'm down there. And that's how it should be when you go into an event like this. And I'm building it up to make sure that the individuals that come support, we're gonna have a good time. Okay? And that's it on my itinerary, the one man, one more landscaping that will come out in due time. Okay? Now, that's it on that. And I got that out the way. Let's take that off. And let's remove this. Now let's get into the belly of the beast. Okay, let me remove that. Put Crowley back up there. Let's get into the belly of the beast. Now, as y'all know, this is where I like to talk about the news, things that's happening in the country that might impact you. That way you can't say that you didn't see it coming, okay? Now, let me pick up these cue cards again because, man, there's some crucial stuff going on right now. Let me take another swig of this coffee before I get into the belly of the beast. Oh, it's hitting even better. Don't warm down now. And again, the merchandise is coming out. Y'all hang in there, bear with me. You want to get a cup to support me, anything else I come out with, hang in there. It's going to have everything up that you can do to support me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support what I have going on and what I'm going to achieve, thank you. I'm thanking you earlier for supporting me in this. Let me swig the coffee one more time before we get into the belly of the beast. Let me put that down. Now, I've been doing a lot of studying here in the last couple hours. And my main thing that jumped up to me the moment I got online and started looking at some news to see what I can get y'all tonight. It's been, hang on, let me see. Put up lawn cover. Really look forward to Equip Expo this year. I appreciate that Tingle Lawn Service. I look forward to meeting you in person, bro, for real. You in your own lane. I am in my own lane, in God's hands, lawn and tree serves. I appreciate that. Let me throw these comments up real quick before I get into the belly of the beast. Y'all stay with me. Y'all stay with me on this. Got here's up. Hey, DH Lawn Care Service. Hey, what up, Lawn Cousin? Appreciate you. You keep doing your captain's log, bro. I look forward to seeing them when I can, for real. And Tingle Lawn Service, really look forward to the Quip Expo, bro. I can't wait to see you in person, man. You make sure you come up to that booth and let me know who you is so I can embrace you, for real. Now let's get back to my banners. Okay, boom. Let's get to the news. Boom. Okay, here we go. No, let's get back to the news. I took it out. Okay. Now, this new tax bill that just passed in the House of Representatives, and it's at the Senate desk right now. Listen to me when I tell y'all, this is a crucial bill that I don't realize that the majority of the country, this is not a beneficiary bill for you, okay? Just from my studying and my findings, from talking to the individuals that I speak with, okay? It's just my interpretation. You can take it how you want to, but I know I made it this far in life and I can interpret some things, okay? But I'm telling you, they calling it a mega bill right now, and it's pretty mega. It's pretty gargantuan. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. The transfer of wealth in the United States, it's finna get crucial. I'm gonna give y'all some numbers. The national debt right now is at $37 trillion. This bill that's coming through is gonna add 3.1 trillion to the national debt. Now I'm telling you like it's here. From me looking at politics, Democrats, Republicans, okay? Normally, if a Democrat is in office, the opposite side always barks. And they do a lot of criticism about the national debt and adding on. Okay, I'm just telling you what I see. This is just what goes down. Now, the other side's in office, the Republicans, okay? And normally they're doing a lot of barking about making sure the national debt is getting under control, that we budget this out. They're getting ready to add 3.1 trillion onto it. That's number one. Okay, let's go on and get that card out the way, because that's insane. Because that don't make sense to me. It's almost like a double standard. But just know I'm a neutralist. I'm just giving you the news as I see it, okay? Let me see here. The first main cut, pay attention to this, to the individuals that's capitalizing, that really needs Medicaid, okay? Medicaid, government assistance, and health insurance to make sure you can stay healthy, because a lot of people are just not able. Food stamps. A lot of people are not in a position to provide just the basic necessities of life, to put food on the table. Low income individuals, okay? $70 billion will be cut from both of those two things right there. 77, no, it's not 70, 700 billion. Let me get this correct. It's gonna be cut from that, okay? Some people finna get seriously impacted, okay? SNAP program. I know y'all have heard of that. That's something that the low income individuals in this country, they use to help them get by. That's going to be cut $267 billion from federal funding from the SNAP program. That's just out the gates. That stuff is going to be cut out the wazoo right now, immediately, if this bill passes the Senate. Okay? They're going to increase spending again with the defense spending. And let me talk about that. Let me hang on to the defense spending. Listen to me. There's countries around the world, their GDP, which is gross domestic product, they don't even make nowhere even near what we spend in our defense. Okay, and we about to increase it again. That is insane. Cause like we already got the top tier, the best military in the world. You know what I'm saying? We spend enough money to make sure that we have the best. And they about to increase it again. And I feel like they could be putting that money towards something else, but that's okay. That's on a whole nother note. Okay? And they also finna increase immigrant enforcement and homeland security. Okay? So you already know. The Hispanic culture has been vilified right now. It's just what it is. I'm just giving you the facts. They have been vilified. A lot of people feel like that they're coming, they're taking the American jobs. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, because I feel like that they do jobs that average Americans just don't want to do, because as a whole, from what I've seen growing up in this country, Americans just, I feel like they want something for nothing without having to put that work in. You know what I'm saying? And then an individual that's coming up, and I'm not in agreement with individuals coming up, doing it the wrong way, entering the country. And I'm not in agreement, but I do know from talking to the Hispanic community where they came from, you won't even imagine the struggles that they have to get through. You won't even imagine them having to wash their clothes in the river. You can't even imagine doing anything like that to where you got to scrape and scrounge just to feed your children. You don't even imagine how the drugs is just running so rampant in that country to where like kids getting raped, kidnapped, and forced in slavery. You don't know what individuals is going through to take a chance and try to make it up to the United States where they can better themselves. And they do the jobs to where they get paid little or nothing. And I'm not saying all of them are good people because it's bad apples and everything. And of course, the bad apples do need to get weeded out. But just to vilify a whole entire race is insane. Okay, and I'm not for that at all. But I do understand there has to be some type of regulation in place and rules of engagement. But I just think there could be a different approach from what's going on right now. But in this new spending bill, they're finna put a lot of money behind it. And I know for a fact Tennessee is leading the way with what's going on out here in the community. With ICE and things like that, Tennessee is leading the way because, man, it's an unfortunate situation for the individuals that came up here. They don't even have passports. They don't have anything. So I just really hate it. Just, be mindful. Be mindful and just know everybody's humans. Everybody has emotions, and you wouldn't like to be vilified. Just know that. Because sometimes I feel like people need to be placed on the other end of that and see how it feels. For real, then they wouldn't even have the same perspective they have, but we go on and get that card out the way. Now, the next thing, let's go over these tax cuts on who's gonna benefit from them and who might be the losers in it, okay? 60% of the tax cuts goes to the top 20% of income earners that earns at least 217,000 a year. They're gonna receive 60% of the tax cuts. Okay, I'm just giving you the numbers from what I've read in my research, and it kind of goes across all boards. One platform said 55%, another one said 65%. I'll put it right in the middle at 60. Okay, 20% earned, 20%, top 20% now, 217,000 or more. Okay. Next up is the top 5% of the country earners who makes more than 460,000 a year in that household. They're gonna receive 5% tax benefits to where it increases, how much they don't pay that much in taxes, okay? The top 5% that makes at least 460,000 a year. That's a lot of damn money. And they're gonna receive some nice tax credit, and it's also they're gonna be able to know how to wiggle and regulate through the new tax codes that's going to be coming out if this bill passes the Senate. Okay, and I'm gonna get to that point because there's a big divide on how this bill came up so fast and so quick. To basically full steam ahead President Trump's agenda on what he wants to do while he's in office. Okay, y'all stay with me on this, man, because I'm just giving you the facts as I read them myself, and I don't do it just on one network. I go across 3 or 4 to make sure that the information makes sense, and I go right in the middle because I know somewhere in the middle is the truth. Because every platform they sway at a certain direction, and I'm not with any of that. The truth is somewhere in the middle. Okay, and that's it on that note, Carl. Let's get that out of here. Now let's go to the next one, okay? The middle income earners, 67,000 to 119K in a household, okay? Their tax breaks go up to only 2.4%, okay? So that means in their federal taxes they pay, they will save $1,840 between $2,000. That's how much The middle class is going to save. That's just 2.4%. The middle class is what's funding the government. The middle class, the individual that has the 9 to 5, you get paid last. You got federal taxes coming out. You might have Medicare coming out of your check. You might have state income taxes that's coming out of your check. And then they give you the remaining balance left. And then if you have any health insurance benefits, that's coming out of your check first. You get the remaining fee in it. But because you're funding the government, you're the ones who's paying all of that stuff to make sure that the individuals in Washington, they're controlling your money on where the money goes, and look what they decided who needs the benefit. I'm just throwing it out there because that's the facts. I don't care what nobody says, it's just what it is. The middle class pays more taxes than anybody. And you only receiving 2.4%. It's between 2.2 to 2.6% benefit off this new tax code, which is insane if y'all are the ones who's paying the majority of the taxes. You get paid last. After you make your money, you go in there, you put your 40 hours in, you put your 80 hours in, you receive your paycheck, it's chopped up. The federal needs their money. Medicare needs their money for when you retire. You got state income taxes, they need their money off of that too. You have health insurance, you have to pay for that to keep yourself alive. All of that gets chopped off of your check. Then if you work more to provide more, you work overtime because things is not right in the household. You gotta work harder. You gotta help somebody else make some money. Then they gonna tax you even more. And you only gonna receive 2.4% and benefit off this new tax break. Think about this. Think about it. That's what the people y'all put in office. Your congressmen, your state representatives, the president, they decided that this is how it should go down. I'm just giving you the facts. I'm not swaying either direction because I'm going to get into that at the end, that last card on why I'm not swaying in any direction, because none of this stuff really impacts me. It impacts me some, but because of what I created with One Man, One More Landscaping, I really don't have to feel the brunt of this, but the individual that's in place, they trying. They trying to do better. They trying to come up. You only going to receive 2.4% benefit off this new tax thing that's coming out. Now, let's get into the lows of the low income community that makes only $35K and less. You're only going to receive a whopping between $155 to $175 benefit federally that you're going to be able to get back, and you're not going to be paying that much in taxes. Just $160. That's amazing. The benefits that you will receive from this new tax code, the new tax bill that just went in, it ranges between 0.6 to 1% benefit off of this. Let me say this again. You're going to receive a whopping $160 benefit. Okay? Your tax break that you will receive, only making $35K and less, is between 0.6 to 1%. I can't do nothing but shake my head. Let me take a swig of this coffee again. It's just, these numbers are just astonishing to me. Golly, let's get that card out of them. The lower income Americans, okay, 35,000, maybe even 46,000 less, okay. The individuals that are receiving Medicaid, Medicare, Medicaid, Affordable Care Act, that's in place that helps so many individuals get health insurance, okay? They're going to cut some major provisions in this stuff, okay? Man, like the Affordable Care Act, it helped people get premium coverage so they can actually afford health insurance when they go to these hospitals. And everybody knows health insurance, health is so expensive. We have the highest health charges in the world. In the whole world, we have the highest expenses just to even go get checked out. You're going to get a bill for about $400 or $500 just for them to take your blood pressure, take your weight, stabilize you, send you on your way, you will get a bill for $500-$600. And because of the new things that's going on, they are able to put medical bills on your credit report. For the individuals that's scraping and scrounging 35,000, 45,000 a year, you just want to become a first-time home buyer, and you get sick, and they put that on your credit report. And you know you have to have a credit score of at least 650 to even get qualified for a home. The American dream is just really just slipping away for the lower class, for real, because there's no way. It's already hard enough for people having to work overtime and strive just to try to get ahead or just get up to a starting point. It's gonna get a lot harder for you right now, for real. And I'm just warning you, that's what's on the desk. That individuals in place that's in Congress, they decided, the ones that's making the calls, they decided they wanted to put this thing through. And I'm just reading some of the impacts that it will have on the American people out here. For real. I'm just reading the news, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you like how I see it. So it's gonna be more tax cuts for the high end. It's just what it is, man. For real. The high ends make the calls. No, they're the shot callers. They're the shakers and the movers. And they feel like this will be, better for the America moving forward. And that's why they, put the agenda through. So I'm only just giving y'all from what it is. So it's crazy. So now to get into some more things like it's in the Senate right now, for the Senate to, the rule on it, to make a determination if they're gonna let this bill go through. Now, one thing I can say about the moderate Republicans, they not having it right now. It's like really a stalemate, because they understand the individuals that put them in office, this is gonna really, really impact them significantly. You know what I'm saying? This bill going through, this is gonna be the true separation of wealth, to where the middle class, I'm watching it right now. If it goes down, bro, it is shrinking. It's shrinking. The middle class, the ones that are actually funding this country, is shrinking for them if this bill goes through. And I don't see how an individual can justify how it's not shrinking for the people who get up every day, have to get their kids off to school. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay child care to get their kids off to school, child care. They have to go to work, keep a smile on their face, and hold it down for an employer that's giving them an opportunity to provide for their family. And then you go put the squeeze on them. How you finna squeeze them down. And they are receiving the less tax breaks that I've ever seen. This is astonishing to me. And it's just amazing. It's really hurtful. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because like I was once there. And I know how hard it was for me to build one man, one more landscaping up on the side. And then go to work and have to deal with an employer's BS. And have to deal with disgruntled customers coming through. They feel like you owe them something. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with that BS. You have to deal with individuals that don't want to pull your weight. You got to get through all of that. And then for you to receive less. And you put individuals in place that's supposed to help you out. And it doesn't happen. It's amazing to me. For real. But one thing I do say, I always say, seeing is believing. Once this impact happens, just know the majority has spoken and putting individuals in place that's making the calls. So sometimes you just got to live with the consequences that come with it, because it only gonna be for a period of time. But I'm warning you, I gave you the news. I gave you what the tax bill is all about, just from my perspective, and this is just a small fraction of it. Okay, this was just some key points that I was able to read and get an opinion together real quick. Okay, this is crazy. But I'm commending the moderate Republicans. I'm commending them for stepping up and saying this shit ain't right. It's not right. You're gonna impact my constituents that put me in office if this goes through. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're intimidated of losing their seat if this goes through and the impacts happen to the people who is actually working to fund this country. Because once you get on the top end, there's more tax benefits For you being a business owner, there's more tax benefits for you hiring people. You know what I'm saying? I can't make it up. I'm going through it now. You pay. I'm not finna get into that because that'll open up a whole nother can of worms, and people have to pay for that information. But I'm telling you, when you create something and you start your own business, you don't pay taxes first, like how they do in a 9 to 5. How they rip your check to shreds and they give you the remaining part of it, and you put your money in and you put the time in. You went in there and put your 40 hours in. You the one that signed up for a salary of 65,000, 75,000, 100,000 salary, and then you only gonna make 80% of that. Really, 78% after they take out your health insurance. You only gonna take home 78%, and you not receiving any type of extra benefits on this big tax code that just came through. It just passed the House. The Senate is holding it up. So I can only give you the news, man, for real. That's all that I'm doing. That's it for that one. Now, next cue card is about these tariffs. Now, you're not feeling it right now because the larger companies had a surplus of goods in the warehouses in the United States. But don't worry. Don't worry. The higher prices are coming. I just went over this new text, this new bill that just passed the House of Representatives. I just went over it. Think about this. When the prices on your common goods start going up, what you think will happen? What you think will happen? So if the price of common goods, that must mean I might have to charge more for my service because my goods gonna be going up. In every other business in America, your goods are gonna be more expensive. So now you're gonna have to start charging the consumers, your customers. You're gonna have to start charging them more money, and they already getting a squeeze put on. I see a domino effect is getting ready to happen right now, but I'm just only throwing it out there so you can be better prepared. Proper preparation leads to you being okay and successful in the future. But if you can't act like you're oblivious to what's going on out here, because you're gonna feel the brunt of it and you ain't gonna know how it happened and why it happened. Okay, sometimes a lot of people only see what's in front of them. Okay, you only see what's in front of them. You don't never look to the right. You don't never look to the left to see what's coming down. You only can see within your own damn life. Okay, but you don't know that the things that's getting ready to come down is gonna be right in front of you, whether you like it or not. And then what you gonna do when it's right in front of you? But you didn't prepare right or left on what can come through. What you think gonna happen? You're not prepared for it. Your finances are going to go down. The credit card debt is going to skyrocket off what's going on right now. Okay? Credit cards are at an all-time high right now. I'm telling you. What you think is going to happen? They already going to remove sliced Medicaid. They're going to slice food stamps for the low-income people who can't. They don't even have the mind power. They're not that smart or bright because they didn't take the educational road. They just trying to survive out here and get by, and it's already hard as hell for them. For them to only receive 0.6% to 1% benefit. For the people who basically paying all them taxes into the country, the working people who get their checks chopped up like what it does, only receiving 1.4% to 1.8% benefit on what's getting ready to come down the pipe. It's astonishing to me. But you got the top 20% of the country is going to get a 60% benefit. Wow, that's amazing. That's just amazing. So just know the prices are going to increase for your common goods. It's coming out, whether you like it or not. If you're not prepared for it, you're going to get caught up in the riffraff. If you got credit cards, just be prepared to, kind of wing some debt on for a little while. And also, for the individuals that took the time out to go to get a higher level education, student loans, if you're not paying attention right now, they're coming after you vigorously right now. If you're not paying attention right now, your credit score got dinged because you thought it was still in deferment. or you thought that it can come on your credit report right now. If you had to go to the doctor and you don't have health insurance, just know your credit has taken a hit because the policies just came down the pike. Health debt can now go on your credit report. So that's going to make it hard for first-time home buyers. The interest rates is still pretty high. Okay? It's insane what's going on right now. Y'all just don't, y'all oblivious to it because you only see what's ahead of you for real. You only see what's ahead of you. And I feel sorry for the individuals that's trying to get on their feet, that's trying to build something. It's going to be even harder coming up for you to do that. Okay? It's going to be harder. For the individuals that don't know the game, to separate yourself because it's going to be so hard for you to, especially if you don't know anything about financial stability. Just know about finances, how you can't sign up for things that you can't afford. You can't do that right now because that stuff is going on your credit report. How are you going to be able to afford a home and you need a 650 credit score? How? When they got the individual that took the time out to put 8 years in school, 6 years in school, and they got $80,000 in debt, and that's going on your credit report right now. You only make $60,000 a year, and they want that payment to be $800 a month. What you gonna do? You didn't used to have to pay it at first, and you were already struggling. Now they want $800 a month, or they gonna put you as you ain't in good standards on your credit report, which is gonna ding it again 30 or 40 points. Put you down in the 500s. What you gonna do to get up out of it? Because you got to pay it for a period of time to bring your credit up. You can't get any more credit cards to build up how much credit that you have and the debt to credit ratio. You got to keep it below 20%. You have to. With all these things that's going on, you just basically increasing your credit ratio ain't good. You got 78% utilization on your credit, 90% utilization on your credit. That impacts your credit score so much because you basically can't afford just to try to stay afloat. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm just giving you what's going on out here for real. Man, I really hate it, man, for real, because it's gonna get hard, but I'm telling you, if you can weather the storm, out of all the adversity that's coming up and just weather the storm and just find a way to muster up the strength just to fight, believe in yourself, start something. Through all the chaos that's going on in the world, believe in yourself and just start something. There's something that you can do that you can start a business in. And just doing this process, ride it out, go through your ups and downs that you have to go through to overcome. Your journey is going to be different than my journey. For real. But you can overcome it. That's all I'm telling you. If I did it, I know anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? In the longer journey, you will find out everything in life that you didn't know and how you can literally fix it. Don't run from what you created in your past. You got to address it and you have to hit it full steam ahead and head on. That means you're going to have to sacrifice your lifestyle. You're going to have to sacrifice everything that you know about your normality in life. What you think is normal, that ain't going to have to be, it's not going to be your normal when you sacrifice to try to build something up. You're going to have to sacrifice more than what you ever realized. But I'm telling you, when the moment you make a sacrifice and you do it for yourself, the outcome will come if you put that work in. Even when the going gets tough, hang in there, man. You go come out on top. Just hang in there, weather the storm, man, because you have to go through something in life. You go be battle tested. So a lot of people call it trials and tribulations. You're going to be tested. You have to endure. Start something. And that's why I'm leaning more towards more people going into that self-employment field, because once you catch your traction, don't never let your train get off track, because you will never have to worry about who's in office. What politicians is making the calls is going to be coming down the pike. You won't have to worry about that because you have created your own. You have created a want for you out here in the community. How do you do that? You pay attention to your skills your customer service. What you doing, you pay attention to that. If you do that, I'm telling you, you will be able to write your ticket and get whatever you want out here. I'm telling you, because that's exactly what I did in lawn care. That's why y'all see the clips that I put up to showcase the work that I'm so proud of and the skills that I have learned through this hard and rigorous road to get here right now. And the individuals, my clients that supported me through all my ups and downs, lawnmowers breaking down, everything that I went through, me living in the trap, hustling and stuff, just thinking that was the right way to go. Me working a 9 to 5, helping so many people make an ungodly amount of money off of me when I had it within me to make my own money. To see that come true for me, I know everybody else can do it too. But it's going to take you having to go through a lot in life for you to find out your strengths, your weaknesses. How can you improve it? How can you eliminate people that don't mean you no good, that don't support your visions, your dreams, who always try to discredit you, crab in a bucket ass people? How do you get away from them people to actually grow? How do I get around like-minded people? What everybody tell you, you just get around like people. How? How, when you so pinned down mentally and you so whipped mentally by dealing with nonsense that goes around you with people that don't support you? How do I get around like-minded people when I first have to build my own self up? It's a hard journey, but I'm telling you, take the journey. Take it. It'll be worth it in the end, man. Look to your higher power for strength. Look to the people that always supported you for strength. You know what I'm saying? And then the good thing about social media, there's other people out here in the world that's just like you. You can look to them for your strength, and they'll help you get through it. It's one of the powers of social media when you use it correctly, and you don't use it with wrong intentions, because that's out there for you too. When you don't try to glamorize the negative shit that's going on, that's out there, and you'll get sucked up in it. For real. I can't make it up, because I was kind of, well, I would always walk in my own beat. I didn't care, but, but people will come for you. And you have to endure that. You have to be able to endure criticism. You know what I'm saying? It just comes with the territory. But if you can muster up the strength to overcome all of that, it'll come for you. And you will get everything in life you deserve. For real. But it's going to take some hard work. I don't know how to even say it again, man. Hard work. I did mine at lawn care and landscaping, to where I worked on my skills, developed some different traits, some different techniques that's unique to me. Went in the customer service industry, or I probably worked one of the hardest jobs in Nashville, which is the registration desk in St. Thomas Hospital West, where I dealt with so many different personalities and was able to get to the medium point with a lot of people. And I'm glad that I did that for so long, because it taught me how to deal with individuals. And I can tell a type of individual that I'm dealing with just by talking to them. I know how to get to the medium with a lot of different people. It don't matter how your viewpoint, how you view people. That shit doesn't matter to me. You speak from the heart and you genuine with what you do and what you say, it'll come out right, and they will feel it, because at the end of the day, everybody's a human being. Everybody has feelings. If somebody gets sliced, that color is going to be red every time. When they put on their pants, they have to put it on one pants leg at a time. See what I'm saying? So it's just, for some reason, people make it a hierarchy depending on your ethnic persuasion, and that's some bullshit. It is certified. But is everybody like that? They're not. Don't put everybody in the same boat. Because that's the problem that I see a lot of people do. It's bad apples in every race. There's bad apples, okay? And you can't, it ain't no getting around it. But also there's good apples in every race. There's good, genuine people that don't see color, religion, or anything. They just treat you with respect because they was raised right to lead with respect first. Them are the individuals, my customers, that I'm taking care of. They don't see me by my color. They appreciate me for showing up and providing that top tier service that I'm doing. They appreciate me for taking my craft so seriously and make sure I show up sacrificing sleep, time with family, all of that I sacrifice to be in this situation right now that I'm in. Will I meal do it? Of course not. I'm never gonna meal do. That's why I have to get up every morning. And now to open myself up to the social media just to show y'all what it looks like to actually get up and go out in the world and walk at your own beat to where you don't have to worry about that shit no more. And you can deal with who you want to deal with. You don't have to deal with an employer when they got all these customers coming in and you have to deal with their BS. You don't have to deal with that when you go self-employed and you do it for yourself. The hard part is you have to erase in your mind that you have to deal with disgruntled customers because you don't. You have the right to refuse service in this country. You have that right. Never. When you go from the 9 to 5 to going on your own, that was one of the hardest things that I had to do, was just know that I can regulate everything from the ground up to the top. And the moment you see that and you understand it and you do it, you will see, I'm telling you, you will see a true transformation within your business. You will be able to stand your ground a lot more on your prices and what you feel like you deserve and what you know you deserve because you put in the time to work on your skill to deserve what you need in life to be successful. You can have it happen for you. That's what I have done. And I'm just barely scraping the surface on what I'm going to turn into because I'm never going to mildew what I've created because I know that I'm giving so many people some strength just to keep going, just to even start something. Them little guys in lawn care, they got the broke down equipment. Your weed eater, the carburetor's about to go out in a second, but you still getting up and you getting out of it. Bro, I'm hats off to y'all. To the ones that's ashamed of your equipment, ashamed of the things that you're doing. Bro, I'm doing this for us, man. For real. Because I know where I came from. I came from all of that. And I'll never forget that thing that you just need the latest and greatest. I will never put y'all in a position to where I'm setting you up to fail because you have to understand how to handle finances first before you can receive a loan to help your business grow. If you don't know how to manage your own money, your own finances, why in the hell would you sign up to get a business loan to influx your business and you don't even know how to manage your money? So how you gonna manage somebody else's money? Because you gotta pay it back. Only shake my head. Work on your finances, get your financial IQ up. Find out why you in the position that you in. That's what I had to do. You address those concerns, you start building capital, learn how to save some real money, thousands of dollars, learn how to save and forget about it. And just keep on going out there acting like you don't have nothing. You will acquire and you will be able to use that money to reinvest in your business. Once you're able to reinvest in your business on your own, I feel like now you're ready to receive the business loan. That way you will know what to do with it now. You know the extra equipment that you need to help you get to the next level. You know what you need because you're so tired of doing it and working so hard or just dealing or just utilizing the tools that you was able to acquire. And it's okay to take that road. It's okay. It's gonna make you a stronger person going. That's the hard way. The hard road always makes you a stronger person. You take the easy way, I'm telling you, you're gonna find out on the back end that you didn't do something right. And you don't wanna find out that because that's when you catch them fines. Did I just get my haircut? Yeah, I just got it lined up. I get lined up every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I'm lined up and everything. I'm fresh line. My barber will be taken care of. Be having me looking dabbling out. You know what I'm saying? As I like to say. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. It's 10:08. I done gave out some good news and everything. Just hopefully that's beneficiary to you. Hopefully I was able to help y'all out and everything. And just look forward to more the same next week, man, where I get another opportunity to go out here and work my business, something that I have created from the ground up, something that I take pride in what I do. And again, thank you for the new follows, the people that support me, that like my clips. Just know it's just the beginning. And I plan on doing what I'm doing until I die, until I go to glory. I'm gonna always be getting up in the morning and doing my thing. Fresh 0014, what do you gotta say about marriage? Long as you pick the right person. That's all that I'ma say. A lot of people is living in misery right now. And they think that they need to hang in there and make it work. Man, you are dying in the inside slowly. You will be a better person. If you hanging in there for the children, man, you tripping. You will be a better dad. You will be a better mother to your children if you leave a toxic ass situation alone and grow in life. You will be more happy than you realize, and you will be able to influx your life. Because I'm telling you like it is, maybe your blessing is held up because you are hanging in there with the wrong person. You holding up your own blessings in life. I'm telling you like it is. That's just what it is out here. Don't hang in there if you see it and you see it ain't no growth. You leave that situation. If it's meant to be, y'all will get back together. That's what I think about that. For real. That's my personal opinion. I feel like a lot of people is holding their blessings up because your higher power cannot give you a blessing with that individual being around you. That he will hold it up until you figure it out. And the moment you get out of that situation, the damn floodgates are open up for you. And I promise you, those are facts. He will not give you a blessing, whatever higher power you believe in, because I just know it's all one, and everybody just basically shaped it up to accommodate a certain class or race of people. I believe it's just one major higher power, and that blessing will not come unless you position yourself and you do the natural. If you do the natural, the supernatural will happen for you, because I'm a living testimony of it, for real. I can't make it up. But if you keep meal doing, you keep hanging around no nothings, you keep hanging in there with people that don't mean you no good, toxic situations, I promise you, you will never be blessed. He can't, the Almighty cannot bless you in this situation. Why? He cannot let that individual that's bringing you down benefit off when he opened up the floodgates for you, because you have to eliminate that first. If you don't, listen to me, you go stay the same and you go mildew. Get your courage up. Do what you know you have to do and watch how the pathway open up for you in the future. That's what I got to say about marriage. Now, if you have the right one with you that's going to support you, not turn their back on you when you're going through them ups and downs, help lift you up, make you a stronger woman, a stronger man, listen, you are in a fortunate situation that pretty much 60 or 70% of the country are not in. That's what I have to say about that. For real. So make sure you are with the right individual before you pull that trigger. And I'm telling you, if you got the right one with you, pull the trigger immediately. Because they'll get away. And I'm telling you, in life, you only gonna run into 3 people in your life that's gonna be equally yoked to you. 3 people. You going out on a whim and saying 4 or 5. You gonna run into 3. That y'all are gonna be in sync with each other. You lose 1 or 2 of them because you're not ready. 1 or 2 of them go, and they get with somebody else, and they help them go up to a whole nother level. You're gonna lose 1 or 2 of them because you're not ready. But that third one, man, if you mildew that situation, it's your own damn fault. You know what I'm saying? For real. And that's just my take when it's regard marriage, man. Just make sure you have the right one and take your time. Never let nobody persuade you, because you're gonna have to be the one live with it. Not the one that's telling you need to get married. Y'all need to. No. You're gonna have to be the one to deal with the shit. Not them who's saying all of that. They ain't gotta deal with nothing. Make sure you make a conscious decision for yourself. Fuck everybody else's opinion when it comes to marriage. Y'all make that decision and just make sure it's the right person. It's better to leave the situation alone immediately before you make the wrong decision, and the signs are already there if you pay attention or not. Or don't pay attention to it and you're going to find out the hard way. That's my advice when it comes to marriage. You know what I'm saying? But it's a beautiful thing if you're with the right person. You know what I'm saying? I know it is. Because just to come home and you got this support around you that support you and compliment you while you out there building an empire, and come home and just know that she got you and she for you, or female, you just know that like your husband supports you through all your endeavors. He's not intimidated by you bossing up. He's not trying to keep you pinned down. You know what I'm saying? He actually promotes you growing in life. If you with that person, bro, run with it. You in a fortunate situation, but a lot of people not. They shell of people in a marriage situation. They hurt in the inside, and they only get life when they go out and go to work. That's some bullshit, and I'm not for that. I'm not for it, for real. It's just I really hate to see it happening. There's so many people that's suffering like that, and they think that they're hanging in there doing the right thing, and they killing themselves every day. They die slowly. They only dying slowly, man, for real. And that's really all I got on that. I'm glad you asked me that question, man, because that kind of touched me a little bit, and I went through it my damn self. But in saying all of that, me and my children, mama, we had a better situation, better relationship now because, you know what I'm saying, we separated. You know what I'm saying? We communicate a lot better regarding the kids and everything like that because we had to realize, you know what I'm saying, that we better apart. We could be better people apart than we was together. And it takes some adults and some true really looking at what it is instead of just putting them emotions involved. Look at it for what it is, and you will be a better person. Because I know for a fact if she calls me for anything, I come through. Because she is the mother of my children. You know what I'm saying? I always keep it in the regardless of if I don't like the decision that she made. You know what I'm saying? I still support her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the mother of my children. And I do know how my children view her. That's their mom. I know how I look at my mom. You see what I'm saying? So you got to keep it in the back of your head too. Just know that. You signed up for it. You had children with them. So just know, hey, that's your kid's mama. If you tear her down, your kids will feel it. Whether you like it or not, they're going to feel it. I went through it. You know what I'm saying? I got gut checked by my children. And I wouldn't have it no other way because they made me a stronger man. You know what I'm saying? They did. But I still support their mom. You know what I'm saying? I definitely support my kids if they need anything. It just come with the territory, man, with you know, kind of growing up and becoming a real man out here in society. Like it's some things that you gonna have to stomach, you gonna have to swallow, and you gonna have to take the high road and just let things happen the way it happened, and you just keep holding down shit and you just keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? For real. And it'll work out for you in the end because your life will be very prosperous. Whatever you create, whatever you touch, it'll turn to gold because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be able to do that shit without being validated for it. You need to be able to provide unconditionally without having somebody pat you on the back and tell you thank you for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at the bigger picture. It's bigger than you when you have children. You know what I'm saying? Because you decided to lay down with that person. You decided to conceive. You know what I'm saying? To have children. Them children are they pure. You know what I'm saying? What type of example are you gonna leave? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm building up my legacy and everything for my children to taking it wrong with it, whatever they want to do with it. They have the option. They're gonna have that option once it's all said and done, because I'm building it up for them. Whether they know it or like it or not, it's all coming to them. Everything I've created, because they my seeds. You know what I'm saying? I love them with all my heart. Them and my pit bull is the heart of my life, man, for real. So, and that's just what it is with me. So I have to continue to build my kingdom for just in case of my kids fall down, they always got somewhere to come. I'm never gonna throw my kids out in the world and say you can't come home. That'll never happen. My kids can always have somewhere to stay. If they fall down, their dad will always be there to pick their ass up because they my fucking kids. They my kids. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying? I know they gonna go through the mistakes of life, but I'm gonna be right there to support them and give them life lessons. And I'm not gonna tear them down because I know how I feel when I made mistakes. My mom never tore me down. Never. She just made sure I understood what I did, but she still always supported me through everything. So, and I'm glad that she was that true mom like that, where she supported me. She never tore my daddy down. She never discredited him. Never. My mama didn't never do no shit like that, and I thank her for that. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I see so many dads tear their mom down, tear the children's mom. I see moms tear the dad down. You know what I'm saying? You're only doing a dish just to the kids because they so in their own damn feelings. But the kids only know they dad. You know what I'm saying? The kids only still light up when they see their dad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the dads, they got to figure it out. Sometimes the moms have to figure it out. But at the end of the day, bro, y'all have children that are pure. what type of shit are you instilling in them? You know what I'm saying? So it's just what it is, man. But if you take care of yourself, become a better person, and just prepare for your children to make mistakes and pick them up regardless on what it is, you gonna be all right in the end, man. You go make sure you go be able to reap the rewards of your hard work that you putting in and the sacrifice that you did to raise them, regardless. So, and that's why I commend my children's mom, because she sacrificed her life to make sure them kids have a better life, even though a lot of things I don't be in agreement with. But I can't give her that. She sacrificed her whole life to make sure them kids can have a chance and an opportunity on whatever they want to do. And so if I can come through financial basis to make sure that they have an opportunity, I do it, man, for real. Even though might be screaming, you know what I'm saying, like I don't know why. But I come through, you know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is with becoming a man, bro. Like you just gotta handle shit. You gotta take care of things. Sometimes it's tough love. Sometimes you gotta say no and it hurts. You know what I'm saying? But it just comes with the territory. But you grow up, you mature in life, and then you take that maturity and you apply that towards your business, your work, and everything you do, and you go come prosperous. But if you stay the same and mildew, you can't be mad at the outcome. If you keep on doing the same thing over and again and you expect a new outcome, bro, you insane. It's just what the definition is. So you can't do that. You have to change it up and you know what I'm saying, and get used to changing. Get used to having the butterflies in your stomach when you change it and you don't know what's gonna happen. If you get used to that feeling in your stomach, I promise you, it will be a better outcome from you staying the same. And I'm John Crawley, one man, one more landscaper. I am that guy self-made out of Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm out. I appreciate y'all tapping in tonight to the Real Talk Live.